welcome to our show today. Did you already start it? It's the vent. Did you start the thing?
I did.
It's the vent today. It's show number 27. It's what day is it?
March 14th.
It's Wednesday, March 14th. We got a lot to talk about today. I'm gonna have a sip of my beer. Today it's brought to you by Steam Whistle.
Oh, I like Steam Whistle. Not a bad beer at all. Steam Whistle. I like that stuff. Let me see.
That's not too bad. First story today: travel insurance.
Woo-hoo!
Travel insurance loophole devastates BC couple.
Travel insurance.
Yeah, here's this
what
couple.
happened there?
They're from BC.
Yes.
They went down to Florida.
Like those corners?
Yeah. They got their travel insurance. Did everything. They thought they did everything right.
Yes.
Right. He happened to have a heart attack down in Florida. Yeah, it's not good.
Not good at all.
He's 67 years old. Had a heart attack down there.
Right.
Had all kinds of doctor's bills and this and that, whatever.
Of course.
And because he didn't fill out a question properly in the questionnaire,
right,
the insurance company says, you know what, we're not going to pay.
Well, that's something new. Insurance company's not paying.
Yeah. Well, he gets his bill from the hospital down in Florida for $346,000 US.
Whoa.
Which is $229 Canadian now.
Yes. Okay.
Right? For a medical bill.
Right.
And he said, I can't pay that.
Well, who could?
Exactly.
You know.
So anyways, he goes to insurance, and the insurance company says, no, we're not going to pay because you didn't fill out the questionnaire properly. It's like a loophole thing, whatever. And it's this questionnaire that, you know, if you don't understand the question, you should ask.
Exactly, yeah.
He's had operations and things before. He's had a medical history. Right. So he should just, you know, disclose everything.
Probably should, yeah.
Probably should have did that. But really bites me is he gets his bill for $346,000, right?
$346,000, yeah.
Yeah, and once the hospital finds out that he doesn't have insurance now,
right,
they miraculously drop the bill to $160,000 US.
How'd that work?
How'd that work? Is it 346 or 160?
So it has nothing to do with the actual usage of the
No.
hotel bill or what it actually costs. It's like, how much can we rip off the insurance company?
Exactly.
And that's why we pay high insurance rates.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Like,
Well, you
how
don't have
could-
insurance, 160.
How you could have billed in half because the guy doesn't. It either costs that much, which by the way, now let's say the guy is there a week.
Yeah. Oh, he had heart surgery, whatever, the whole thing.
I don't care.
But still.
$340,000.
Are you kidding me?
Like, what are you talking about? That's ridiculous. That aside, which is ridiculous enough, now because you don't have insurance, it's down to 160. So it was never 340.
Yeah. Just because we can
You
rip
know?
off the insurance company now, yeah, it's 340. Good beer, Steve. Next story.
Next story. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I guess.
Spare beer, just in case I love
yeah, because a lot of talked about for sure. I guess last couple weeks ago we had little Teddy Awards and what is called the Hate Piggy Awards.
The Hate Piggy Awards.
Hate Piggy Awards. I mean, it's finest thing. It's pretty funny actually. Here we are. And
we did a story about that earlier on too, didn't we?
Yeah, but I got some more facts. Actual facts. It's bad enough we're getting reamed and stiffed by our politicians, but to actually have award shows that
highlight
throw it in our face.
Yeah.
How can we? Why like canal shacks under attack? Okay, so these cost our taxpayers $5.2 million. They're sitting idle for 337 days a year, man.
Yeah.
Like
sitting pretty, whatever.
$5.2 million to build, 11 shacks in that, or what it was? 7 or 11 shacks? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, unbelievable.
Who authorizes these deals? Can you imagine the contractors? I'm just thinking,
and apparently they use low-cost materials.
Low-cost materials. Imagine if it was high-cost materials. Let's see.
Maybe they should use high-cost materials.
This is good. Yeah, it would have been cheaper. Here's a doozy amount. Gilles Duceppe.
Oh, Duceppe.
Gilles Duceppe. A man who woke up every day of his life
to tear this country apart.
Yeah. That was his job. And he would stand up in Parliament and tell us how bad Canada was and how we should separate Quebec. Well, our bad country's paying you $147,000 a year in pension.
Now, how old is he? Is he 65?
I don't know, but he's getting a big whopping pension now.
Thank you very much. I mean, you should wake up and thank Canada every freaking day.
So this country that you supposedly hated and tried to break apart, while, by the way, we're paying you to do that, is now paying you $140. If we hated that much, Giuseppe,
we're thrown in jail for treason.
Put the money back.
Yeah, exactly. If you
hate
Canada
that much, give the money back.
Give the money back. Say, no, we don't want your money.
You don't want our money.
Yeah. What a hypocrite.
Hypocrite. Beyond hypocrite.
Beyond hypocrite. No wonder they have no respect for politicians.
None.
We'll get to that later.
We'll get to them. Here, another one. Montreal took home the bacon again for sending out snowplows into streets where there was no snow.
What?
I don't know.
Maybe they thought it was going to snow.
They have to use this money up, right? They got to use this money up.
And that's the problem.
So
Yeah,
they're sending
that's the problem.
plows when there's no snow, just to go around the block.
Just to go around, just to go around and use up
taxpayers' money.
Wasting taxpayers' money and say, well, that's our budget. We have to spend it. We have to waste it.
In
So
a
we can get it
province
next year.
that's bankrupt, in a province that has no money, that's infrastructure is falling apart. We're sending out snow plows when there's no snow. Okay, and this never ends now. Okay, out in
It's only a half-hour show away.
I know, but it's just, we 2.5 hours on this kind of crap, you know. Let's see. Oh, Alberta had to go in there with their little 2 cents, right? Alberta was giving away. Let's see. To the MLAs, these people, $1,000 a month to sit on a committee since 2008 that never sat.
How many people?
I think it was 12 or 13 people.
12 or 13 people, $1,000 a month.
$1,000 a month
to sit on a committee that's never sat.
Sit in a committee that never sat.
Where do I get these? Where do you get these jobs?
I don't want to sign up for this job.
Where do you sign up?
I'll go and sit there for nothing. Like, I'll just go and sit there, get my money, but I'll go and sit there.
Yeah.
They never even sat anywhere.
They even sat there. Just.
I'm gonna go in and sit there.
The nerve.
Sit there.
The nerve.
Get my paycheck. The nerve. Like, seriously, who in the hell is okaying this shit now?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And then, like I said, they throw in our face with these awards, spoof awards on us getting abused.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Next story.
Holy smokes.
Leads into our next story. Politicians can't be trusted. Canadian poll says.
Stop that.
Yeah, it says.
That's not true. You stop that right now.
Survey of Canadians found that the little respect for people that we elect, and we consider them incompetent and dishonest.
Stop telling fibs.
Yeah.
I've never met a politician that
Our respect for our
trust.
elected officials are so low, it's hard to see any chance of politicians ever being able to reclaim their dignity. Like, are you kidding me? And then they have the audacity to say, the right honourable this, the right honourable that. Are you freaking kidding me?
How can they retain their dignity when they never had it in the first place? So that's the oxymoron right there.
Well, a study was done by
Yes.
this Preston Manning Foundation Center or whatever. And
They paid for this?
Yeah, well, it did something. They surveyed 2,000 Canadians with different political stripes to come up with these startling numbers. You know, the words to describe elected officials: lazy, out of touch,
No way.
undisciplined, and dishonest.
I'm getting upset.
Where's
right
the
now.
corrupt?
I'm
You gotta
getting
have
upset.
corrupt in there
How
too.
many beers you bring today?
I don't know.
There's not enough beer today. Not enough beer today.
Anyways, this Preston Manning is another politician, whatever, who kind of happened to be always appear above the board. Anyways, he said, if the aim is corruption-free, ethical politics, there's. Hang on, let me read that again.
Go ahead, Mel. You're talking beer.
If the aim is corrupt-free, ethical politics, there is still no substitute for rock-solid personal integrity.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's serious stuff.
Manning said that that should be taught. Ethics should be taught in political science classes. You have to teach ethics?
I guess.
Are you kidding me?
I apparently so.
They have to
Well, that's
teach
the problem.
ethics.
That's the problem. They never taught ethics.
Yeah.
Well, that solves everything right
Which
now.
leads into our next story.
More
Which leads into our next story.
Okay,
It's so
keep
easy. The federal workers' buyout could reach $2 billion. Get this.
Oh man.
Harper government.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Seriously, we should set we should set this booth up at the LCBO and just drink in there because not a booth right now.
I know, it's not a booze.
Go ahead.
Anyways, they want to cut 30,000 public service jobs.
They should.
In the next 3 years, right?
230,000 billions.
But the CBC News has learned that they're giving these golden handshake packages. Listen to this. For instance, public servant that laid off after 1 year of service
1 year. Yep.
would be entitled up to 6 months of severance pay. Are you freaking kidding me? 6 months. The private sector is up in arms about this. You work in a private sector. You work 1 year. You're entitled to 2 weeks for 1 year. That's it.
2 weeks.
Well, we want them to land softly. What about everyone else in the world
Exactly.
that pays that taxes?
Exactly. Want to land softly. They've already got
What
cushy
about
jobs.
me? Just for instance,
God.
a person with 15 years service,
Oh, I
with an
can
annual
imagine.
salary of $70,000, they're doing next to nothing, but whatever, would be entitled to up to 66 weeks of pay.
6 weeks of pay.
66 weeks of pay. So you,
Over a
in
year
the
of
private sector, 15 years times 2, that's 30 weeks of pay. It's just unbelievable. And then workers that are close to 55, whatever, be able to take early retirement without any pension penalties. How can they do that?
Everybody else does.
Everyone else.
If everybody else wants to retire early, they
have to take
a
a pension. Yeah.
But they don't have to. Holy.
Unbelievable. But to make matters worse, here's the thing.
Worse.
Yeah. Well, not worse, but
what's gonna be?
This kind of happened like back in 1995,
right?
When the Liberals wanted to do this, right? And they cut like 44,000 jobs. Okay.
Yeah.
And actually, their golden handshake packages were even better back then than what they are now.
Man.
Okay. And the taxpayers' federal fears that what happens is that these people, they get the golden handshake, they walk out with $70,000, $90,000 checks. Right. I don't even think there's income tax taken off that. Yeah. They get hired right back in as consultants.
Oh, no.
Do we need the people or don't we need the people? You know what I mean? They give them a big paycheck, and then you ask them to come back as consultants and pay them even more money as consultants.
What are these people doing if they could be laid off one day and come back? The job is there. The job is not there.
Exactly. To end the note on a more positive note, if we can get more positive today. Sachs Goldmann official. Remember Sachs Goldmann?
Yeah.
That's an official resigns in disgust. Apparently, this executive director of this investment, the investment giant Sachs Goldmann, whatever.
Yep.
He was so disgusted with the toxic and destructive. The toxic and destructive environment at Sachs Goldmann that you couldn't come and these directors were systematically trying to come up with ways to fleece their clients. That's their whole goal, to fleece their clients.
Wild, eh? Wild.
Sachs Goldmann was raked over the coals way back in 2008 with the meltdown and stuff like that.
Yeah.
By selling these bogus bonds as AAA income investment things, whatever. All kinds of shit and stuff like that. It's unbelievable. These two guys that I guess are owners, or I don't know what they're called, whatever. But they disputed the allegations of the employee, whatever. A company of this size, it's not shocking that some people are disgruntled. You know what I mean? Disgruntled, whatever. In our view, we are only successful if our clients are successful. Are you kidding me? They got They took $10 billion out of a buyout because they couldn't do the job properly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're not successful. Did all their clients get that back, all the money that they lost?
No.
No. All their high executives, they didn't lose nothing.
Nothing at all.
They didn't lose. All they lost was their clients' money.
That's right.
So when you come up with a statement saying that we're only successful when our clients are successful, what are you talking about?
It's a joke.
It's a joke. But what makes matters worse is that the Obama administration has this. They have really deep ties in the Obama administration. The Goldman Sachs people, yeah. And not only that, but they also have ties with the Republican, Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney.
Romney.
Yeah, he'll probably be the next president of the United States.
Yeah, he'll probably. And you know what? Goldman Sachs is going to be right in there again. So they're just going to continue screwing the American people as much as they can.
No kidding. But you know what? You know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to go. It's getting warmer out here, so I'm going to go and see if I can rent one of those shacks that nobody's using, and maybe they'll make money that way. Maybe they can rent them out as hotels
for homeless people.
Homeless people, or just rent them out as hotels.
Because you know what? They're not doing nothing for 337 days of the year.
Be used for something, right?
Be used for something. At least when you buy a house, you use it every day of the year.
Make money off it.
You would think, eh?
I'm calling this the NCC.
On that note,
cheers.